Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Thank God It's Flow. This is episode 3 and we will look into most common ODATA filter queries. If you're a functional consultant or a business user, at some point in time you might have faced this issue that you cannot input the queries because that's not something come to you by default. It's some sort of query which is not really common if you're a business user. If you are technical, you might know it anyway. Coming up right after the intro. Okay, so before we begin, let me tell you, there's a blog on my website which tells you every filter query you might need as a business user or a functional consultant. In this video or in this episode, I'll try to cover a few of them or most of them, but they're like clubbed together. So for example, greater than, less than, like that. Okay, I'll provide the link to that in the description of this video so you can have a look there as well. So let's start it. The first one I'm talking about is contains data or does not contains data. This one is specifically for text fields. So as you can see on my screen, I'm saying contains, and in bracket I first tell the name of the text field, there's a comma, and then there's a value. Okay. Similarly, we have got does not contain data. So let's see how we do it in Microsoft Flow or powerautomate. Okay, I'll go. So the screen is open. What I'm doing is whenever a record is updated, which is leads, I'm looking at a list of leads, but I want a filtered list of leads. So what I'll do is I will say contains. So I'll pick up topic field, so the schema name for topic field of leads entity, and this is Dynamics 365 if you can see the connection I've got there. So I'll say contains subject. So first of all, we have taken an operator which is contains, then in bracket I first specify the schema name of the field, then a comma, and then we say what do we want it to check. So this is similar to native workflows condition where we used to say select in the drop down topic, and then we used to select contains, and then we used to write text. So that's what it is here. So I'm saying new, and then I'll close the bracket. So basically what this query will do, it will filter out leads where the subject or topic contains new in it. Okay, so let's test it. I've just hit test. So it was successful. And for this one, I will go and check it. So this is kind of XML, I think, or ODATA query or whatever it is. This is like, yeah, it's like XML. So if I go to subject field here, it should be here. So the subject field contains new in it. So basically the flow has listed all such leads where the topic had new in it. Now similarly, I can say not contains new. So I'll say not contains new in the subject, right? And I'll again test it. Let me just test it, and we'll again look at the XML, what it says. Okay, so it has ran successfully. Now if I go and scroll down to, and I'm not going to D365, although it's open here, but we can check it from the flow itself. So subject, I definitely missed the subject, so let me try it again. So test flow, user default value. I keep missing on the subject. Okay, one moment. Subject, test flow. So it does not contain new in it. So that's how you do contains a specific text or does not contain a specific text. That's how we do it. I'll go back to edit mode and let me go to my PowerPoint again. The next one is contains and does not contains in option set. So how do we do it with an option set? The previous one was for a single line of text or text fields. This one is for option sets. So going back, so in case of option sets, you must have seen the formula on the screen, what I've written there. So if there is an option set, so I know rating of leads, the schema name is lead quality code. So lead quality code, and I will say not equals null. So this basically means that the option set contains data, right? So if I run it, we will see the result. Okay, there's something definitely has happened because I've never seen click to download. So let me go back, and this is the one which happened. So let me click again. It says click to download. Anyway, Control F, and we will go to lead quality code. So you can see lead quality code contains data. Warm, okay. So I don't know why it happened, maybe internet issues or whatever. Now similarly, if we have to say, so this one says lead quality code not equal to null, which means rating contains data. Now we will do rating does not contain data. So we'll say equals null, and then we will test again, use, and save and test. So as and when that happens, we will get this. And as you can see, there are no results. So which means all my leads have got rating filled in it. And that's why we are not getting any results here. So that's contains data and does not contains data in an option set. So we have seen two things: contains data in text field, does not contains data in text field, as well as the same in option set field. Now, before I move any further, let me tell you that how can I know these NEEQ kind of things. So in my blog, you will see there is a table. It clearly tells you what is the meaning of these operators. So NE means not equal to, EQ means equal to, contains is contains. So not contains means does not contain, but that only works for text field. Then you have got GT, LT, so greater than, less than. You've also got GE, LE, which means greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. and then you've got starts with and ends with. So all these, what I'm talking about, it is also on my blog, so you don't have to worry and write it here. You can just visit the blog and copy paste the formulas and start using it. All right, so going back to edit mode, going back to my PowerPoint, the next slide is blank and is not blank. Okay, so this again, so this one works for both text. So the previous ones we have seen for text field and option set, the filter query was different. If we have to do it this way, the filter query is kind of same for both text field and option set field. So is blank and is not blank. So if we do this, so basically lead quality code will replace this. We have already seen it. And if we replace it with topic, subject, or maybe job title actually. So job title is job title equals null, which means it's blank. So let's test this one. And results in a minute would be successful. And if I click here and go here and look for job title, here, job title is null, so it's blank. So flow is working fine. We can also say job title not equal to null. So when we say that and run it again, we will see a lead where job title field was filled. So click again, go here, and job title, I must have paused it. Okay, doing it again, looking for job title. You know actually what, you can copy all of this and paste it to Notepad, but I don't want to do it because I don't want another window open. So let me just quickly check. Job title, yep, so job title here contains data as purchasing manager, and that's why it works fine. Next one is contains with or and. So basically what we are going to do here is we will check one field, which is a text field we can see here. So let me just do both the scenarios. What I'm going to do is say job title, let me do contains, and then I'll say job title, and then comma, and then I'll say manager. So I'm looking for, one moment, contains job title, comma, consultant, and close. Okay, so what I'm trying to achieve here is look for leads wherever job title either contains manager or consultant, and that's what it will filter the list to. So test, and it should give me the results. So if I go here and scroll to job title, here. So because the job title included manager in it, it has given me it in the result. So that's the or condition where you are checking the same field, right? Now you can also look at and. So I want, let me go back to my PowerPoint. Okay. I will change the field from job title to subject. And what I'll do here is say new. So what I'm now doing is and condition. where I'm looking for a specific text in a field. So in job title, I'm looking for manager. In the topic field, I'm looking for new. Now, if I run it, and if there are any such leads, we will get it. So there is one such lead. So if we look at subject of this lead, okay, so the subject contains new, so that's why it's there. And then where's the job title? Job title must be somewhere else. Job title contains manager, so that's why it works. So my query searched for two different texts in two different fields with an AND condition. So that's how this one works. And next one is check two or more values in an option set. So what does this mean is that we want to check, so there's a field called rating of the lead, so it can be hot, warm or cold, and it's an option set. You cannot check the label here. That's what I know. It might be different, but that's what I know, that you cannot check the label, but you can definitely check the option set values. What my slide meant was that we will look at an option set field and say that it either has got value 1 or value 2. So ratings schema name is lead quality code, and I'll say equals 1, which is hot, or I'll just copy this, see this, and then change it to 2. So I'm saying check rating of a lead, it should be either hot or warm, and I'm excluding cold. So if we run it, it should be successful and we'll get the results. So we got the results. I'm not going to check it because I've shown it to you before, so you'll get to see it. So that's that. And then we have starts with and ends with. This is important. So like in D365 native workflows, you can always filter subject begins with, topic, or any word you can specify, right? So that's what we are going to do here. Start with. So starts with, and we will close it and specify the name of the field. What can we say? Okay, let's do mobile phone or telephone 1. So telephone 1 is the business phone field on the lead form. So I'm basically going to check all the leads from Australia based on the business phone. If the business phone country code is +61, we will filter that out. Okay, so here I'll say +61 and close it. Now, if I do test, it should give me the result with a lead having +61 in the business phone. So let's look at it. Business phone, business phone, business phone. Business phone here. So telephone 1 starts with +61, right? So that's that. Now ends with is, so we will type the formula here, ends with, and so this ends with, starts with, and contains, not contains. They're like similarly kind of a similar structure, that you put the operator first and not the field first, while others are like where you put the field name first and then the operator and then the field value. So ends with, we will check website, and the schema name is website URL, comma. We are looking for wherever website ends with .org, So I've done this and close the bracket, and then we will test it. It should be successful, and we'll click on results and look at it. So this one, website, here, website URL ends with .org. So that's that. The last one I think is greater than and less than. So this works on two different types of field, number fields. It might be annual revenue, it might be number of employees, as in a whole number field, a currency field, decimal field, whatever. And it also works on date and date and time fields. So we will look at both of them. And we will say, first of all, with a date field, created on is greater than 10th of August 2019, and if we run it, it should be successful. I missed this thing, sorry. So the date should be like this. So now if I run it, should be successful. Okay, there's something wrong I'm doing. Okay, because we've entered incorrect field name, it should be created on, not create on. So test it again. And it's successful. If we go here, we will see created on, created on, created on, modified on, created by. Okay, it should be the same. Now, if you want to enter not just the date, but also date and time, you have to enter date first, space, and the time would be, if it's AM, you will enter 0500 or 30, and if it's PM, you will enter it like 17, right? So if we do that, and again test it, it should be successful. So it's successful. Basically all I'm saying here is if a lead is created after 10th of August 5:30 p.m. right? Now similarly, if I want to do lead created before 10th of August 5:30 p.m. I will say LT, which is less than, right? So that's for a date and time field, both greater than and less than. Now the last part of this is number fields, where it can be annual revenue, it can be number of employees. So let's look at that one. So we will say annual revenue's schema name is revenue. So we will say revenue is greater than 200,000, okay? And in this one, we don't need those commas on top. So test it, and this should be successful, right? So that happened. Similarly, if I have to say less than, I'll say LT. If I have to say less than or equal to, I will say LE, greater than or equal to GE, right? And if I have to say greater than or equal to this, and I can apply AND formula of, let's say, number of employees is less than equal to 500. So it can work in any combination of this. So That's it for today. If you need all these formulas and want to copy it or want to refer it sometime later, you want to bookmark it, for sure, you can definitely visit my blog, which is diyd365.com. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for support. Have a great day, guys.